Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Anime Cartel back with another Blue Lock. What if I posted it because you guys like them so much, but I decided to do something different. Instead of letting Isagi be the main protagonist, why not let Rin? You guys like what? You guys may be wondering, why would you take Isagi out? He's like his main protagonist or whatever. Like, he's the perfect fit. But I'm like, there's others. Like, you have I think the only good ones can possibly be either Rin, Rio, or Nagi, because those three are demons, beasts, or Shido, because Shido's not that bad at also, but he just don't fit it. But I can make it where I can make it fit, his personality and whatnot. And so yeah, but Rin, like I'm saying, in comparison, he has off the ball movement, blind spots, and spatial awareness, just like Isagi. So I found out that he's the perfect fit. But before we get started with this video, make sure you guys subscribe, and turn on all notifications. And thanks for the extra subs. I seen that. I got 420 subs. Appreciate you guys for it. And make sure I at least watch them longer, because I got to get watch time hours in. Even though I'm not at 1,000, it still got to count. Or, yeah. But, also join my Discord server. I'm going to leave it in the comment section. But let's start with all the chit chat. Let's get started with the what if. So, now, we get Rin. Ever since he was a boy, he's fond over his brother. He was always in awe. And, he'd do anything for Sae. Well, Sae or Sae Itoshi, that's his older brother. I don't know how you pronounce Sae or Sae. I don't know. Some people say Sae, I say Sae. So I'm gonna just say Sae. So he's always fond over Sae. And Sae was always, the better brother, the golden gem. You basically a gem, a polished gem. And what I mean by that, he's always well known. He be going to camps and everything. He's well known over TV, and he grew that fame up by just his talent. And he told his brother that he's going to be the best striker in the world. So we get one day, we get them playing on a soccer field. They're not too old. I don't know. Probably, I think Sae's either in middle school or somewhere in 5th grade. I don't know. Somewhere between 5th grade and middle school, early middle school, and one of those. And Rin, he's not that far, at least from a year away from Sae. As Sae, he invites Rin, I'm just say Rin, to join the game with him. As he does, and he runs out of the field with no hesitation. And they're getting ready. As he let Rin get the ball, and they're both good on the field. But Sae didn't know Rin had this much potential. This guy's a beast, and especially he's good as a striker. Anything else, he's good at that position. And he says he would be the world's best striker. And that's what Sae was thinking. But looking at his brother and him scoring that goal, a direct shot, Rin goes for a direct shot with his perfect kick accuracy. Because I'm just saying, if you've seen him red in his selection, this guy is a demon, bro. He was toying with them before he even ran in the room. Before he even went in the room, he just found this ball and started kicking it everywhere. And, he says, all right, I'm prepared. He walks in. I'm like, what? Go against that robot. I don't know what type of obstacle, but I guess everyone had the same obstacle, the past, I think, second selection. And so now he's good at it. And you see his eyes. His eyes are just filled with, he's thrilled, basically, excited. He's in the moment. He's enjoying it. He's soaking it up. As Sae sees this, as he says, all right, brother, I'll get it going. He says, where you going? I gotta go, my fame. And I gotta try for these camps. I forgot what Sae said he was gonna go to. I don't know. But he says, we'll 1v1 when I come back. As he's in a good mood, Ren is not hating on him. But, after a few years, I think it was a year or 4, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, or 4 years. I don't know, it was probably a 2 years time gap. No, I think it was 4, yeah. Sorry. As they meet up again, Rin, he's also gotten better. He's been training extra hard because his brother's going to be coming back. And they're going to meet up on the same field they played at last time. I'm sorry again. You know, kind of got the flu. As not Isagi, but Rin, he says, "Oh, so it's been that long, huh?" As Sae says, "Yeah." As he says, "All right, well, you want to go?" He says, "Sure, but as he starts playing, Rin notices that his brother isn't the same. This guy, he switched from striker to a midfielder. I think it was offensive midfielder. I don't know, or defensive." As Rin, he says, "So you're not a striker?" He says, "No, I'll just be being a midfielder." He says, "I thought it was your dream, our dream." He says, "Look, but don't even include me in anything. Don't even think me as your brother. Trust me. If you don't think as me as your brother, you'll be getting way better." As you know, he looks down and calls him a lukewarm as he leaves because he won. Rin had no chance of beating him, but sort of like predicting his plays because his architecture is basically a playmaker, and he also has spatial awareness right now, nothing else, as he could get a grasp on the field, his position and also his opponents. He then didn't learn the superior football technique yet, but he also learned pinpoint high-speed free kick. He also learned vertical spinning direct shot, line driver shot, jump shot, bind shot, trivia shot. He also learned trivia pass and pressure pass. And those are like some that he learned from up the time gap or time, but spacing, he could read his opponent's weapon and as well as the position of other players on the field, as Rin spaces himself in such a way as to allow for him to predict and respond to whatever they decide to do. So, and he doesn't have synchronization, because synchronization basically, I don't really know. It's basically he used spatial awareness defensively. He's also to use his spatial awareness defensively through reading and understanding the core of his opponent's football. He can overlap his thoughts with theirs to predict what they will do next. He used this to halt the combined offense of Sae and Shido during the U20 match, or I don't know what was it, but under U20 Japan match when it was going against Aiku and everyone else, and also Shido. I don't know why they play Shido on another team. I don't know why. But yeah, so he basically be able to do that as he was reborn in that. As he says, "All right then, got it. Shouldn't be worrying on anybody else. I shouldn't even be able devouring everyone else. I should devour myself. See how long I last." As I'm gonna make him super OP. I'm gonna make him more OP than he was in canon originally. I'm gonna make this man a monster, because why not? I always do my main characters or protagonists or MCs I always do them like that. Start them off strong from the start. Some people don't like to do that because messes or put a wrinkle in their story or their what if. But I think I could sort of do it in somehow. So time skip. As he's already good, made it to nationals, whatever, and he goes home. As he gets a letter from his parents or whatever. I don't know their parents' name, but they say, "Rin, you got a letter." As he says, "What is it?" "You got it from UFJ, right?" And as he looks onto it, he says, "You've been, accepted or invited to our Blue Lock program." As they basically tell him that he'll be able to test his abilities out, and he also played with many people around Japan. As he says, "All right then, guess I might as well test out my strength." As he's basically thinking out, this facility or this program, whatever, is the next step of defeating his brother. As his brother went to camps or programs such just like that, but not. I don't know if it's just like Blue Lock. Blue Lock didn't exist, but they created it that year, I think. So I don't think Shido ever been in Blue Lock. Not that I know of. I don't think ever, because I read all the chapters. There's no way. But yeah. As now we get to Rin, as he walks through, and he's pretty early. He doesn't get at the same time as Kira, because no, I'm not gonna let it. And he's saying pretty early, says, so who's the person who's going to be running this? Where's he at? As you finally get later on, as Kira walks in, and 5 minutes after that, you know, we get Ego. Says, hi, I am Jinpachi Ego, and I'm going to be the person running this program. And you guys have been invited here to test out your strategies, your skills, and your weapons, or any physical capabilities of yours. As everyone's like, okay, what is this? He says, oh, you guys will also be living together with your teammates. So yeah, and you also have to, if you made the nationals, or most of this place, I think most of you guys have nothing to lose. You guys didn't make it to nationals, or whatever, But here, about this place is about ego. Without ego, you guys cannot, you guys cannot play. He says, you guys might be brainwashed by the fact that there's supposed to be 11 versus 11. No, it's just you scoring a goal to score as many, right? Come on. As, he says, so now you lose all your common sense and run wild, blue lock, and raise up your ranks. But also, one last thing. If you lock off in blue lock, you will never ever to play for the Japan team. Okay, so yeah, your dreams are going to be crushed there, buddy. As he gives them a fair warning. He says, don't tell me that I didn't give you a fair warning. Either you could leave, go back to your teams, or do this. As Emma says, fine, I'll play your dumb game. As we get to Rin, as he walks through the doors, as while everyone's running, as he says, so this place seems going to be pretty exciting. Hopefully I can find people that's strong as me. As he's there, it says Rin, he's placed in room Z. I'm going to change it this time. I don't know what room he was in, so I'm just basically put him in sort of a soggy spot. As he's not the lowest rank there. This man's like the highest rank. I don't know if he had the highest rank. I think it was Kira. He has either 275 or 274. That's going to be his rank. He says, so I guess I'm in room Z. As he walks in, as you see many people see Kunigami, as he almost trips on Bachiro because he's sleeping on the floor. He says, pass Nico. As he's like, what is he dreaming about? As he also sees Igarashi. As Igarashi goes to say hello, Rin, he just puts his hand on his forehead, stopping him. Says, hey, buddy, lukewarm, don't talk to me. I don't know you. And why you talk to me like I know you? He says, that's what I'm trying to get to introduce you. He says, what is your name at least? And he says, it's Igarashi. All right, bye. As he says, okay, rude. As, he just doesn't care about anyone there. He sees Kira. He says, so you're called a golden gem. Your team went to nationals, right? Or it was supposed to. He says, well, I was supposed to go to nationals, but I decided to come to this program. At least see if I could show this guy with friendship and off one and one for all, and you can pass without using your ego or whatever. He says, you're not going to survive in this place. He says, what do you mean? He says, ego is only depicted by your only main source over here. Without ego, you're nothing. And he says, I will prove to you and everyone else here, even that guy, that Four Eyes, that I'm going to show you how to run this place. As he says, all right, then, that's you. As it's time for the tag battle. As Igarashi, he gets it, of course. He's 300, the lowest rank there. As he says, all right, then. Yes, he gave me the ball. But Rin says, lukewarm, don't waste our time. As he takes the ball, as he starts, hitting everyone. His kicking accuracy is too good. He's been training real hard before he even got here. After the match with Sae, as he's kicking everyone. He even those direct shots. As he uses his spatial awareness ability, he hits Bachira, he hits Kira, he hits Dagamaru. I forgot that other dude's name. You could sort of not see his eyes. I don't know. He also hits Kunigami, but Kunigami gets enraged, tries to hit some back, but he dodges out the way. But, he notices. He says, so we gonna use our feet, right? He starts smiling maniacally, deviously. He says, yeah. So he starts tripping everyone up and kicking them. But without anything else, says, I want to develop here. And the only way here is at least take on a strong opponent. As, he starts turning to Bachira. Bachira says, I like you. As he takes the ball and starts aiming at Kira. As you know, it plays out as the same thing as the ball goes to Rin, and you know, he says boom, and he kicks it so hard, he even sends him flying. And with a confrontation and him like losing, he gets very frustrated and irritated that he couldn't even last one day there. And Ego, he tells him lock off. Ego is stating the fact that you shouldn't be mad about everything else but yourself. You had 1 second left in that time span, but you didn't dodge. Also, I noticed that about you. Sometimes at last second resort, you don't decide to take action. You let it happen. So yeah. So yeah. Don't rough up everyone else. Just rough up yourself. But it says, but Bachira and Rin, they came out of nowhere. It says lukewarm. I tell you, without ego, you're never gonna survive. I already told you that. It's the survival of the fittest in here. And you're not the fittest. So lock off. As Ego and Rin says it at the same time. As he looks like he's just been staring down, looking at this tall wall. But guys, this is the end of what if Rin Itoshi was the main character of Blue Lock, aka MC. Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my Discord. It's gonna be in the comments. Peace.